Hello, hello. This is Yuri with Moving Sales Professionals and Let's Talk Moving podcast. And with me today, I have Josh Pask, owner of Pasks Removals out of London, England. How you doing today, Josh?
I'm very good, Yuri. Thank you for having me on today.
Good, good, good. Thank you. I really appreciate you making time for us. I know we've talked about this for a while. So thank you for finally coming on board. I really appreciate it. So, Josh, you are also a professional footballer. So, how do you go from football to removals?
Yeah, I think as most people do, they have an experience with something and then they take their turn into it. And that was my experience. So I would play professional football. As you do, you move around quite often. You move from club to club. And at this time, I was moving from West Ham down in London, and I was moving up to the Midlands for a team called Coventry City. And obviously, I had stuff in my house and I needed it moved. So I got in contact with a local moving company. At the time, my cousin was working for them, so got me a bit of a discount. The move was only about £300, which was very cheap. But I made the move up there, and I thought to myself, that's not bad going. He just got 300 quid. I obviously had no previous business experience whatsoever, or any removals experience. I just thought, oh, he's earned a little bit of money for sort of 3 hours worth of work. That's not bad going. So it was just in the back of my mind, and I thought to myself, okay, cool. And obviously crack on with the football season. This was the year that COVID happened, and our football season got cancelled. It came to a halt, and during that time, you were sitting at home and just looking at four walls, thinking, "What can you do?" And I thought, I had this idea in the back of my mind of, that company that helped me move up here, and I thought, you know what, I got a lot of guys, a lot of friends, and family members who are currently out of work and that either got let go or their workplace didn't need them anymore due to COVID. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I start a moving company? That's going to be a good idea. And so we started our moving company. We were based in London, and we started off just by hiring a couple of guys, friends and family members, and guys from the church, and we've just grown it from there. We started back in the fall of 2020. We're going strong. We've got 10 employees at the moment. We've got 4 vans out on the road, and just expanding and growing and really trying to make this whole sort of removal scene modern. And we're coming at it from that sort of angle, because it's quite an old-fashioned sort of industry. So we're kind of bringing a fresh perspective, and that's our kind of our way of getting into sort of the removals industry.
That's awesome. And so you also mentioned you've been big on social media. So to what extent are you using it? What are the angles? What recommendations do you have for other people in UK and otherwise that are looking to expand and get more modern, get more organic leads and things like that? What would be your suggestion, recommendation, your experience?
Yeah, so
And now for a quick message from our sponsors. For a limited time only, we have partnered with an SEO and marketing company with discounted rates for their services. Schedule an appointment via Calendly link below to learn more. Thank you. And now getting back to the podcast.
I'm a Gen Z, so I grew up in the iPhone era. I grew up on the phone, grew up on the computer, so I'm very familiar with this technology. And you got to use what you know. And someone who's maybe a bit older than me might know paid ads, or he might
What are
know
you
sort
trying
of.
to say?
I'm just saying that from my. I'm just saying that from my perspective, I know social media really well. I grew up on it. I grew up on editing videos as well. When I was younger, I used to play Call of Duty a lot, edit Call of Duty videos, throw them up on YouTube. So I had that kind of skill there. I understood social media. I understood Instagram, Facebook, and I just thought, well, if I'm going to get sales, if I'm going to get people to know that our moving service exists, I need to show them. And I don't know any other way of doing it other than posting what we offer on social media. And that's exactly what we've done. And we understand that consistency and just utilizing sort of these platforms and trying to make our removal company cool, make it interesting, because this day and age, you could be any business, any service-based business, and make it cool. I know that loads of companies who do cleaning, who do cutting lawns, who do mounting TVs with loads of subscribers, loads of followers, and then obviously they're able to sell their product or service on the back of their following. And that's the angle we've come from. So we get all of our clients from organic social media content. Obviously, we get clients who then recommend us because to other friends and family and people that need a moving service. But in terms of the way we get leads, the only form of marketing we do is organic social media content, and that is posting regularly on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And it has grown our business to where it is today. And we've just used one way of getting leads, and obviously just doing what we know. All I know is social media. All I know, I've never done paid ads. I've never done any sort of affiliate marketing or referrals schemes or anything like that. It's just strictly been organic social media marketing. So that's the angle we come from. We feel like it brings a lot of social proof, a lot of trust. You can really see what's going on. You can really engage with, I like to call them the characters, which is literally our employees. They're great on camera. They're quite charismatic. And we just show that literally. And we try and make it engaging and fun and entertaining. And we get people that obviously need our service and they see us on social media and they go with us. And I think that really sets us apart from the competition and every other removal company pretty much everywhere.
Okay. And how often do you use the post? How often do you use the platforms? And which do you prefer personally?
And now for a quick message from our sponsors. If you're a moving business owner, you may have already heard of Moversville, an email marketing service that helps moving companies increase, repeat, and referral business. But have you heard of Moversville Connect? Moversville Connect is an incredible resource for all things moving. They feature an array of vendors and services that cater specifically to the moving industry. You can find companies that provide moving software, moving sales services, marketing services, moving equipment providers, and much, much more. Visit moversville.com to learn more.
I like Facebook. Facebook is where Facebook has the demographic where our clients are. Instagram, it's like maybe younger people. And it's just the way that the platforms are built.
Well, Instagram and Facebook, they're connected, so they're both Meta. So obviously, it's if you have both, it's
you can post on both. Yes, that's correct. But we feel like, well, we know basically that 99% of the clients that we get come from Facebook. It's just because obviously the demographic that are on there, they're more likely to search on Facebook for a moving company. We're very heavy in the local Facebook groups. And obviously people ask questions in those groups in regards to, does anyone know a moving company? We'll get recommended on there, or we'll show up on those groups. And then just a natural reach as well. We've gotten clients from TikTok. We've gotten clients from Instagram just by posting organic reels and sort of TikTok shorts. So we use all of them just as well as, I like Facebook the most because we get our clients from there, the majority of our clients from there. But we post on every single platform quite regularly. And if I'm honest with you, we should be posting more. We're looking at sort of posting 3 or 4 times a day because it's all about consistency and showing up constantly on the algorithm so that people who need our service can find us on these platforms. So we do use it quite regularly, but we can definitely improve because we know the more we post, the more likely we're going to show up, the more likely that we're going to get more bookings. And that's the way it works. And that's what we're trying to do.
So do you post daily? Do you post weekly? How often do you post?
I would say once every other day at the moment on each platforms. That's if I look at sort of our last few posts, that's what we've kind of done. We try and post as regularly as possible. Obviously, when you're growing and there's other things involved in, like, I got to write up 4 job details for tomorrow after this podcast. So that can get in the way. Obviously, there's more important things, but marketing is very important. So we feel like posting regularly is important. So we tend to try and post once every other day and look to sort of grow that to once every day and then multiple times a day.
So as I always talk about doing things differently and coming out with new alternative and creative ways to promote your business, to market your business. And Josh is certainly doing that, using social media to its fullest extent. And I think that everybody needs to go that route because that's where the future is. I mean, obviously we're all online. I'm not quite as young as Josh, but at the same time, I'm attached to my phone. I'm constantly on my phone. So obviously, Facebook all the time. I'm not quite 24 hours, but pretty close. It feels, especially some days. So certainly we need to use everything that's out there to our power to make sure that we can promote our business. And of course, yes, I mean, organic clients are the best kind when they're coming to you. Then obviously that's the battle that we need to be waging consistently and hopefully winning the battle. So because that's definitely the goal that we're going after. But Josh, once again, thank you very much for joining us. And as I always say, the world moves on its own, so let the professional move yours for you. Thank you, Josh, for joining us for Let's Talk Moving podcast, and we'll see you all soon.
Nice one. Thank you.
Thank you so much.